Hey everyone, welcome back to Go Kick Me, your favorite crowdfunding news and reviews channel here on YouTube. So, another Kickstarter project. Today we have the Kira mechanical keyboard. Kira, a compact full-size mechanical keyboard without compromise, designed by Angelo Tobias and the team at Input Club. Okay, so first of all, mechanical keyboards are a thing that people are into. So, I'm not exactly sure what the differences between a mechanical and a non-mechanical keyboard are, other than obviously the name. So basically, mechanical keyboards have a mechanical switch in them, and I guess the other ones are like the membrane keyboards you find nowadays on a lot of laptops and whatnot that have minimal, actually moving parts. And for keyboard aficionados, which is a real thing, they are very particular. They want the kind of, push in and out mechanical switch actuating type. And so, if you're really into it, you're willing to pay for it. So, people like these guys at Kira and the Input Club are, working to feed that demand. So first of all, there is an actual, community for these kind of people. And if you wanted to, you could get really into it. Vacuum tubes on micro. Okay, I don't even know what that is, but basically, there's real keyboard dudes, and it turns out these Kira guys have actually done 2 campaigns. So this one is super successful, and so is their previous one, 300, almost 400,000. So this was the first one called the White Fox. And here's the new one, the Kira, which is at 300,000. So it's got 11 days to go. By the time you see this, maybe a couple less, about a week. So don't wait if you're into mechanical keyboards. Let's watch the video real fast. So yeah, you got to be really into keyboards to enjoy this kind of keyboard porn. But that's basically what they're giving you.
We are Input Club, a group of enthusiasts brought together by the internet with the desire to create the best keyboards in the world. We've already brought you the White Fox, a revolutionary open source keyboard that set the bar for quality mechanical keyboards.
So, yeah, they're, setting the bar.
Now we're proud to introduce our latest creation, Kira, a compact, full-size keyboard built without compromise. Designed by Angelo Tobias, known online as Thesis Camper, Kira...
Not Thesis Camper. Yeah, apparently he's Thesis Camper. So, I think the big thing with this is they have these...
a 96 key layout, which includes a full number pad, function row, and media keys. In addition to being our most dynamic keyboard, Kira will also be completely open source and
So they've got the LEDs, they've got the programmable... Where is it? It's in here somewhere.
row. Our keyboard configurator...
Yeah, the keyboard configurator. So you can actually program these keys. And the key thing is they mentioned that it's not actually running software.
Allows you to program your device without having to permanently run local software.
So in some cases, like, you could run some plug-in or whatever on your computer to remap the keys, or basically to program the hotkeys or whatever it is. In this case, they have a different way of doing it, which it looks like there's basically some EEPROM or whatever, maybe I guess it has to be a microcontroller in the keyboard itself, which not only controls that fancy LED thing that you see, but also can remap the keys there, which means hypothetically once you programmed it, you could take that keyboard and plug it in anywhere, and those programmed functions would stick with the keyboard. So you just use the software on the computer to program it. That's actually pretty cool, I guess. I could see that. I mean, that way I could plug this thing into whatever, any other computer, not just a PC, and it would still work the same.
Kira has hot swappable mechanical switches, so if you want to change up how your keyboard feels, you can simply pull them out without soldering.
So that's actually pretty cool because, again, these keyboard, whatever you want to call them, fetishizers, keyboard aficionados, keyboard maniacs, really care about the switches and the force of the switch and the action and the indentation, whatever it is, the feedback that you get from it. So
the most distinctive feature, though, is the fully programmable RGB lighting, both
fully
above and below the keyboard. So if you're looking to design, create, game, or just really enjoy writing emails, Kira is the ultimate keyboard.
Is that really a big deal? I guess so, yeah. I mean, if you use a keyboard enough, it's like glasses, like, you know, kind of shouldn't waste a lot of money on them, but then again, you do wear them, like, literally, you know, if you're like me, you wear them basically 90% of your waking
Optimal
hours.
performance, beautiful aesthetics, no compromises.
No compromises.
Please.
Well, it kind of is a compromise because it's too small. Like, who wants their little number pad right there? I use Apple's Fancy Pants one. Here you can see. I think you guys can see it. So, it's pretty decent, and it's compact enough. And I don't know how mechanical it is, but it seems mechanical.
Keyboard. Optimal performance, beautiful aesthetics.
And I think
No
it looks better than this one.
Please join our campaign.
But that's just me. So let's look at how much you would pay for something like this. Wow, $169. But it does come with like replaceable. They show it here somewhere. You can swap out the colors. Obviously, you can change the buttons. I mean the switches. Here's your programmable. This is kind of a demonstration of the software. If you wanted to change where everything was, and I think it actually comes with different keys that you can switch out to. So if you wanted to swap them, you could change that. And yeah, there's all kinds of different compatible ones, I guess, switches compared to mechanical switches. So there's all that, and it's got a USB-C connector, and it's got all the pretty lights, and here's the different options on the keycaps. So, and it's apparently won some awards. So what do we think? Not too bad. They've had a couple updates already, which is good. That's a good sign, because they already passed their goal a long time ago. And they have a lot of comments, and they are actually answering comments. So as I mentioned, this is their second one. So one of the important things to do is take advantage of the fact that these guys have done one before, and just go and look at what their previous one, how it went. So in this case, you can actually go back to this previous one, which is only supposed to end in, it's supposed to deliver in December. So I think it ended probably last summer or something like that. But it was supposed to deliver in December, and when did it actually deliver? Well, it turns out it actually delivered in March. So they were 3 months late, but the keyboards actually came. People actually got them. You know, kind of delayed. But the fact is that they actually updated everyone and kept everything in you know, up to date. So I guess it was August it ended. Yeah, so it ended in July, and then instead of delivering in December, they delivered in March. Okay, that's kind of slow, but it actually happened. And if you click on the comments, there's a lot of people complaining about I didn't get it. One person's complaining about the stabilizers. Actually, not more than one. There's several of them. Eric and David and some other people. So, what's a stabilizer? Stabilizer is... Actually, I looked this up too because I wasn't even sure. So it turns out you can find everything on YouTube.
Today we're going to have a quick run through on mechanical keyboard stabilizers. In particular, the two main styles being Coaster and Cherry. Basically, stabilizers are exactly what they say they are. They stabilize. These are used to stabilize the longer keycaps on the keyboard.
So I'll cut to the chase from Mr. Tay Keyboards. Basically, stabilizers are these bars that are on these long keyboard keys, like the space bar, the shift, enter, backspace, anything that's more than one character wide, one normal key wide. So in this case, it keeps this bar basically keeps the key from tilting back and forth too much. I think they actually show it, like this kind of stuff. So if you ever have a keyboard that does this, it's probably because the stabilizer bar has come loose on one end or the other, and you can pop the thing off to fix it. And so they actually talk about different kinds. There's this kind, which basically hooks onto the back of the key, or there's which kind? This kind, which is basically like a dummy switch that goes into a little hole on the back of the keyboard, and then this one actually, these connect with a bar underneath, so it's basically the same thing, just a matter of how they connect in. And so yeah, that's basically everything you ever needed to know about
Sometimes they'll rattle. Stabilize
keyboards, except for the fact that when you hear keys rattling, a lot of times it's that stabilizer bar. So that's apparently what these guys are complaining about. Some people try to lube them. Some people don't like the wire. Some people don't like the way it hooks in. But if you compare these feedback to the one on their website, so they actually sell both of their pages. Where is it? Here's the White Fox on here. And if you read the descriptions and of user ratings and all that here, it's in here somewhere. Anyway, they're actually very positive on here. Yeah, write a review. Oops, here they are. Took a while to load. So, perfect keyboard in my eyes, yada, yada, yada. So these are all pretty popular, except I think this is probably the worst one. And they're not even complaining about the... they're not complaining about the stabilizer bars too much. Generally pretty good. So I will chalk these guys up to kind of a vocal minority. But, you know, I guess looking at the bigger thing from a non-keyboard fetish guy, they delivered. It's what it says it is. And maybe not everyone's 100% satisfied, but it's got the features. So if they're okay on the White Fox, and, you know, they've learned their lesson, hopefully, as far as delivery dates and promises, I expect the Kira will be better. So, yeah, I guess I will give this one a thumbs up if you're the kind of guy who is a keyboard fanatic. Personally, I still type with, I think the one I use at work is like maybe a $10 keyboard or a $5 keyboard, probably $5 keyboard I got here in Hong Kong, you know, multiple years ago, still works fine. I actually dug for my nails, kind of typing so much, I kind of dug holes in some of the keys, but it still works and types fine, and I can type just as fine, just as fast as I can on my fancy Apple external keyboard. So yeah, but if you're one of these guys who's a purist, nothing less than the best, right? So anyway, 169. I'll give it a thumbs up if you are not price sensitive. Okay, see you guys next time. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook here at GoKickMe, and also GoKickMedia.com for our newsletter. Okay, bye.